This is Brian here. I got a 2020 Honda Accord Sports. I'm going to install an factory radio. Well, actually, I'm installing aftermarket amps. So we're still using the factory radios to this, and we're going to bypass the ANC audio noise cancellations. First of all, I'm going to run the power wire through the firewall where the boot is at. I'll show you, and I show you how to what make it easier to push it through. Well, in order to run this wire through the firewall, which is going through the rubber boot right there, I will show you where it's going to be at. You're going to need WD-40, you need a black tape, and your power wire, depending on how thick it is. You know, this is a 4 gauge, so I strip it about 4 inches. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap it to this, the metal, like a coat hanger you can use. And then I must wrap it like that. I got only one hand, so I'm going to wrap it like this. I'm going to show you what to do next. You wrap it like so, and then you're going to tape it. Okay, once you got this wire wrapped like this, see this white stop right there, I usually tape it about an inch farther, an inch or two farther out past the copper. And then I'm going to spray this thing a little bit. You don't want to spray too much because this is going to kind of melt. Here, I'm going to spray it. Just spray a little bit of a zap to it, not too much. And then after you spray it, you're just gonna have to go out and pull it. This is where I run the wire through. It's gonna be right here, and as you can see right there, it's above the the accelerator. Right there, you can see the metal right there. I'm not sure you can see it, but it's right there above that to the right a little bit, and push that through that boot. This big boot right here is too hard to go through, so now I'm gonna go out front and pull the wire. Okay, you see this metal right there? You're gonna need a glove to pull. So you won't get dirty. Right here. See, you can see that pretty good or not. It's kind of tough to do one hand and one camera, so I'm gonna pull it straight like this. It should come out. Pull it straight out like that. And most kits come with about 17 feet of wire, power wire. I'm gonna try to figure out how, because I'm using a roll. I mean, we don't use a kit like that all the time, so I'm gonna try to figure out. It's gonna be somewhere right around here. I'm gonna keep it about like that, and then cut it a little bit longer. Always good to make it a little bit longer. Actually, you know, I'm gonna put it on the back of the seat. Turn the light on. The back, the amp. Well, actually, the customer's got this speaker right here. It's an old MTX amplifier. This is probably about 17 years old. I hope it works. This is MTX right there. So they already have this amp and put it on the box already. I'm gonna take that amp and put it on the back of the seat right there. We'll see. What I do right here, I will have to pull this out. I got the wire a little bit short. Usually I ran the wire up there, up here on the top right there, but in this case I got a wire a little bit short, so I'm trying to save some wire. I'm gonna put it underneath here. I'm gonna pop this piece off. This is just right there. It covered that. Make sure the wire don't go behind there. You want the wire out down here somewhere. So I'm gonna run the wire underneath there and put it back. I'll pull this part open right there. Just pull it straight out right there. Come out. Just be careful not breaking anything. Pull this rubber plastic off. That. Use my hand. Try one at a time. Go easy. Don't just pull it straight out like this. Just move it a little bit at a time, so you don't have to break any plastic, because these are fragile. Just doing one hand, so. Now I'm gonna pull that off right here. See, it just come off like that. Nothing, but just be careful though, because all these plastic are really thin and fragile. So I'm gonna run the power wire straight down right here and go down to the back. Well, you're gonna have to pry this out a little bit right here. Pry it out. It's kind of hard to pry with one hand. Move the seat forward. Now you're gonna try to take this plastic off right here. Do the same thing. When you pry it, go easy on it. Try not to crack anything. It's 2020. There's a clip right there. You just have to pry it off a little bit, and then you should be able to run the power wire through here. Now, since it's a 4 gauge, you need to put that down like so. That should snap right back in there when you put this thing on. All of this are pried out. Do the same thing, just pry it out with a flathead or something. This thing just attach under like that. Put it down a little bit, just put it down. Same thing, pry this part out. Just actually pull it out like that. You want the power wire to be on this side right there. And then coming back over this point, I ran the power wire through here. Didn't show it because I was using only one hand. I cannot really show you. So to run the power wire right there, you gotta go underneath this seat right there and pull the power wire right there. I'm gonna do the ground right here. Pull this thing out right here. Pry it out. Pry that out. You can pry with a flathead, or you can use your 2 hands and pry it out, but I'll show you the easy way. So right here, you ground right there. Just sand it really good. I'm gonna show you. First of all, everything's different. Sometimes, if like say I got a smaller amp right here, I want to make sure it's not gonna affect that part right there, and be able to close this. So I'm gonna put the amp about right here. Power and everything right there. Power's gonna go right here. So I'm gonna figure out the ground's gonna be from here all the way here. So I'm gonna do the ground right there. I'm gonna sand it really good. I'll be able to use my other hand for this one. So I'm gonna use the sand. You can use this thing on different kind of tool you want, depend on your preference. I use this because it's faster. You want to go all the way to the bare metal right there, and then you just make a ground and put it right there to your ground right here. I'm doing all 4 gauge, so it's good power for them. Right here I'm using 2 sulfur type of screw. You don't want to use only one, because eventually when the bass hit, it will move this piece and your ground's gonna be loose. This way it won't never come out. Now I'm gonna run the speaker wire for the high-low converter, which is line out converter, LOC you call it. I'm gonna using a kicker, case lock 2. My case right here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go underneath the trunk, go inside the trunk. I am gonna run the blue as positive and the white is negative. I'm gonna run the speaker wire right here down there, going underneath there, and run over here and come back right there. Best way is to drop the speaker wire down first, and then reach down here, put your hands down here and grab the wire. That way you probably have to drop the wire bar down here so you can grab it easier instead of using both hands. In my case, since I'm a professional, I like to use professionally plug. I'm using a T-tap and a male quick disconnect. You can do that. It made it easier, but you can strip it or use the lighter and pull that out, and then use the wire and then just wrap over that. That's fine too. But the blue is positive and the white is negative. As you can see, I ran the Kislock 2, which is I hook up the RCA jack to the input from the amp, and then the red wire from the speaker, I'll hook it up to the white and gray, and then the black wire from the speaker, I hook it up to the gray black and white black. And I got the speaker wire as you earlier, and then I have the remote wire. It's gonna go in the middle of the amp. All the amp are the same. You got positive, which is 12 volt, remote, and ground. So you got power, and then you got remote and the ground. You're gonna need a black wire from the Kislock 2 kickers to the black wire of the ground with it to make it work. And then I ran I bridged this amp right here to I got negative and positive over here, and I ran the wire right here. A lot of time I didn't cut this thing yet, just in case, because some the speakers, they got the connector on left side and then the right side, so you want to kind of measure that and see, and then you cut it later. But in this case it's easy because right next each other, so you're gonna have to just cut right here and then just put it on this each of this terminal right there. You probably notice a certain job that I put on here, certain work that I've done over here. I didn't show everything because I don't want, I don't want to put too much too long of a video on this one. I mean, whoever watching this video should have a little bit of a knowledge about an amplifier and some speaker wire and how to remove basic stuff. Anything that's important, I'll show you. So I'm sorry if I didn't show you everything and how to remove point by point. I just didn't have that much time to do. I'm here trying to get a job done, and I'm very busy. And actually today is like a Black Friday 2021, and I'm just trying to get it all done. I didn't mention to hook up the fuse. It's pretty basic. You could just gonna need the Allen wrench and remove this part right there, depending on what kind of fuse you bought, so it's kind of different. But this battery terminal right here, you're gonna need 10 millimeter. Just take a 10 millimeter, loosen it, and a lot of time this is a ring. Just make it like a fork or a spade terminal and just push it in and tighten it. Most of my job right here, I use a wire loom for 4 gauge wire, and I put the zip tie it right there so it won't move anywhere, and so on. And I want to make it look at least more professional and more of a stock look. Now I'm ready to turn the amp on, but before I turn it on, I'm ready to show you how to remove the Anl, which is audio noise cancellation. It is on the passenger side behind the glove box. So if you see this video right here, so here's a glove compartment. You just push this thing down, push it hard, it go down all the way down right there, and then that shock should pull it. And then now what you do right here, this clip right here, pull it to the left, and then pull this to the right. They usually come out. Usually both hands right there, push this in, and then push this in and push it all the way down. It should come down. Okay, in order to get to this glove compartment, you're gonna have to pry this out right here, pry it out right there, and coming out here and pry this part out too. So you're gonna take something soft to pry it out. So you're gonna pry it out. Pretty tough to show you. I'll pry it out here. The best thing to do is to pry this side out first, and then all of this piece gonna snap out right here. Gonna go to the right. Because what it is now, once you pry this out, the vent out, you got a easy access right here. You can snap it out. Pull it slowly like that, and it should come out. And then there's like that, like so. Now you got 3 screws to take out. 1 screw right here, 1 right there, and then 1 right here. I'm gonna drop because I'm using one hand for the camera. And you got the bottom screw also. Pull it like that. Now once you pull this out a little bit, you can go on the bottom right here. There's 1 Phillip right there and 1 Phillip right there. 1 right here. See it right there. And another 1 right there. I'm not sure I can see that, but yep. Take that out. Everything should be off. Now once everything is off, you can see the ANC right there on the top. Just use your finger. Usually use my middle finger and push it. Push that gray plug in. This I'll show you. And just kind of pull it out. With 2 hands you'll be good. What I mean by that is you push this thing right here. And then you pull it straight out. That's it. And then you put everything back. Now the reason why we're doing this, because you don't want to take that part out right there. Once you take that piece out, you know, a lot of people using Bluetooth and speak with their car and everything like that. You don't want that. You want to be able to use your phone and be able to use your Bluetooth and talk with other people or your friends. If you take that out, the mic is right there. Yes, now I'm putting the screw back. 1. Should be 3 screws right there. Put the vent back. They all clip, but be careful though. You can break this easy. Right there. Put that. See the lip up there? Camera's not doing so great. See that lip right here? Put it on top first. Get that in there first. And then push this in. Right there. That's in. And then now put the cover back on. Trim. Right there. And that's it. Now just play the system. It should. YouTube won't let me play anybody else's music, but you want to make sure you're on an LP. It's low pass because you're doing a subwoofer. And that amp does need a little bit of cleaning, but it should play now. If it doesn't play or anything like that, I replaced them with a different kind of amplifier because that MTX doesn't do the job. The customer bought the kickers, CVR 212, and this amp right here, 1600 watts amp. It's a 800.1 kicker. It sounds really good. And yes, it is done, and it is very loud. No crazy sound, no crazy noise. You know, when you turn the key on, the amp come on and make some thumping noise. Not thumping noise, but like a just a loud screaming noise. And then after a second later, it shut off itself. But I didn't like that. And then I didn't use the remote wire from the kicker Kislock 2 on this model. I ran it to a fuse. I'll show you the fuse right here where the fuse is at. I ran it to the accessory, which is number 4, and I'm putting it on the right side, that side right there, because in case something happened, it popped the fuse. So that's accessory right there. I switch him a different kind of fuse, the regular ATC fuse. And